Hi, my name is Steve Hoisington. Thank you for joining me today. We probably reached out to you because you indicated on our website that you were open to making some extra income, either part-time or full-time. And here at Legal Shield, we are looking for people who would like to work from home part-time or full-time. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through some information to tell you a little bit about who we are, what our company does, how we pay, and how we set you up to work from home. And I actually have been with the company now for over 20 years with Legal Shield. And I also started part-time. At the very beginning, I was just looking for a way to make some extra income while I was going to college. I was actually working in a cemetery. I was literally digging graves when I came across this and discovered a great way to make some extra income on a part-time basis. The best thing that ever happened is they taught me a really simple system that I could do. And I followed that system. In a few months, my part-time income grew into a full-time income, and I was able to walk away from that job, but also walk away from school, from law school. And so today, like I said, I've been with the company for 20 years. I'm also one of their vice presidents. All that means is I help run and support a geographic area of the country. And so I happen to live in the Pacific Northwest up here in the state of Washington. But that's enough about me. I'm grateful that you're able to take the time to look at this, and we'll see if we can help you make some great income, like I said, either on a part-time or a full-time basis. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and it's going to have a little PowerPoint. It keeps me on track more than anything. And as we share this information and as we go through this, so we really do believe that we have a great opportunity, and a lot of people are looking for more freedom, whether that's more financial freedom or time freedom or the freedom to be able to work part-time or full-time on your own terms. And you know this, the world has forever changed. In fact, we are now in a work from anywhere environment. I talk to people all day long who would love to work from home, and so they're looking for other income opportunities and or maybe more time to build their own business. People are looking for more flexibility and also independence, as I mentioned earlier, freedom, time freedom, or financial freedom. I always ask people, hey, in these uncertain times, do you have a backup plan? And so I'm grateful that you're looking just in case to see if we can add to your income. There's three types of income. You're familiar with that. We actually pay all three ways that I'm going to go through in a moment. But if you're looking for an opportunity or a way to make some extra income, of course, you can make income, linear income, they call that, where you trade time for money. That's what I did when I was working at that cemetery. I'd go out and work for an hour and I get paid $12. Now that was 20 years ago, but that was pretty good pay back then. But that was linear income. Most of the world gets paid by linear income. There's also something called leveraged income. This is where you can build a team, you can build an organization, and you're familiar with this with real estate agents and real estate brokers and maybe insurance agents and insurance brokers. Same thing. You can go out and share their product, but you can also build a team, and you get paid an override when you build a team. We do that as well. We'll talk about that. And residual income. The great thing about Legal Shield is when you go do the work with us, you get paid for it over and over and over down the road in what's called residual income. You're familiar with this too, because the insurance world does this. Every time you renew a policy, that agent gets paid again. And maybe you're familiar with royalties with actors and authors, et cetera. So residual income. But wouldn't it be great to get paid all three ways with a business of your own? Well, that's what we do here. So there's 5 things I'm going to go through. I would encourage you to evaluate these 5 things no matter what opportunity you're looking for. For example, is the company solid? Is there a need in the marketplace for whatever company you're looking for? Does the product make sense? Now I'm going to go through our product at Legal Shield and help you and really just go through what we do and how we help people, okay? But does the product make sense? And then of compensation, does it make sense? Do we pay well enough to get involved? And finally, is the timing good to get involved with whatever business you're looking at? And so thank you once again for looking at what we're doing. So Legal Shield's been around for 50 years. It started by an accident. Literally, this is the founder of our company. He's no longer with us, but about 50 years ago, he got into a serious car accident, and the person who hit him actually sued him. And so he had to go find an attorney to go deal with this legal situation. He got it completely thrown out, but it cost him thousands of dollars. And so he said, there's got to be a better way in America to pay for legal bills. You already know this. Attorneys are $300 or $400 an hour. They're very expensive for the average person. And so he went out looking for a way to protect his family. He could not find any kind of legal insurance or legal protection of any kind, but he found out that they've been doing this since the early 1900s in Europe. And so he copied what they had there. He brought it to the United States. And back in 1972, we started our company. That's a picture of our home office out in Ada, Oklahoma. We currently protect and empower over 4.4 million lives. So if you've never heard of us, that's okay. There's 350 million people in the United States. We currently have a book of business of 4.4 million, so we have a lot of growth available, but we have a lot of experience in 50 plus years. Our vision, if you're looking for a company with a solid, strong vision, is to provide equal access to liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves. We really believe that, and we want to help people have access to the legal playing field in the crazy litigious world that we live in. And we've been highlighted in Forbes and Yahoo and CNBC and Bloomberg. So just know we are a very highly credited company. Like I said, we've been doing this for 50 years. And so here's what we do. This is why you might want to get involved with us, because we're involved in what's called disruptive innovation. That's where we're taking something that's been out there for a long time and made it simpler and easier and more affordable to use. You're already familiar with this. For example, Amazon. I mean, before we used to go shopping at the mall or stores or what have you. We still do, but guess what? Amazon has made it a lot simpler, easier, and more affordable to get things delivered to our home. Okay, just through an app. Same with music. You're familiar with Spotify, maybe Apple, iTunes, etc. Back in the day, we used to maybe buy an entire CD for one song, right? Well, it's not like that anymore. Today, you just have a subscription and you're able to use and listen to as much music or TV or movies like Netflix, etc. So it's a new way to entertain ourselves. Well, Legal Shield does that with the justice system. Instead of paying $300 or $400 an hour, you download an app, or maybe the people you share this with would download an app, and they subscribe to our legal services, and they can use our attorneys as much as they want, and they don't need to pay $300 or $400 an hour. Now I'm going to go through what we cover under our small monthly fee, but you're probably going, oh, man, I don't know that I've ever used an attorney, or I don't want to use an attorney. Well, here's the thing. We are using attorneys all the time, just in the crazy world that we live in, and we're actually really should be using attorneys with the litigious world we live in. Just a few questions here I'll ask you. Have you ever thought about rewriting or revising your will? Or do you know somebody who probably needs to get their wills updated, especially parents with children, or maybe get their healthcare directives or power of attorneys done? Healthcare power of attorneys done. Do you know anyone who might want to be protected for a traffic ticket? Do you know anyone who's ever gotten a traffic ticket? Have you? Well, if it's defendable, wouldn't it be nice to have an attorney go to court for you? Do you know anyone who might have some real estate questions or some property questions or some domestic issues? Imagine calling an attorney unlimited to totally understand how to deal with that. And there's so many needs out there with that are happening in our society. That's what we do with our Legal Shield app. And also we have an ID Shield app. So there's two memberships I'm going to go through. One is our Legal Shield that covers legal, and then the other one is ID Shield, which covers people's identity. We protect people's identity as well. And so let me first go through our Legal Shield app. Basically, somebody downloads our app, and this is what you'd be sharing. You would be actually going out and sharing this app, and you'd be sharing our services. And when people see the service and download the app and they subscribe to the app, you're going to get paid very well. I'll show you how much we get paid in a moment. But this is essentially what we do when you or they buy a subscription with Legal Shield. They basically pay a small monthly fee. I'm going to show you right here. The cost is only $29.95 a month. It's about $1 a day, which is pretty good because attorneys are normally $300 or $400 an hour. We do it for $30 a month, and it covers an entire family. And this is what our members get for $30 a month. This is what you would be sharing with people, how you'd be helping people. And so as I go through this, just ask yourself, is this something that makes sense? Obviously, it's affordable for most people, but number two, is it something that people would at least use once a year? Would they at least use it? I believe most people, when they have access to an attorney, they will end up using it. So here is what the people you share this with will get to have, as well as you as well, if you'd like our membership. The first thing we do is preventative services. So we're gonna, for that $1 a day, that $29.95, our members get unlimited legal advice. So they can call and talk to our attorneys unlimited until they totally understand their rights or understand whatever situation they're dealing with. So if they have a tax question, a real estate question, if they have a domestic issue, if they get, like I said, a traffic situation, if they have college kids and just want to understand how to handle maybe the transition or maybe the new leases, you can call and talk. You will never be charged a dime to call and talk to an attorney, a top-rated attorney who deals in any area of law, family issues, etc. We also review contracts and documents. So I recently used this because I do have college children. Guess what? One of my daughters is moving into a new apartment. We got some great advice, and then of course we had them review the contract and make sure that it was safe to sign. And so we do review contracts and documents by being a member, and you, as well as the people you share this with, can get that done. We also write letters and make phone calls for you. So let's say you have somebody owes you money or doesn't fix your car right, or maybe the dry cleaner does something crazy. I don't know. You can call the attorneys, and if they think the best move is to write a letter or a phone call on your behalf, they'll do that. I'll give you an example. I had a bank that offered me a $500 bonus if I transferred some money to their bank, and I did. And guess what? When I went to collect the $500, they said I couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, that's not what I was told. And they kept giving me the runaround. I finally called my Legal Shield attorney. Didn't cost me a thing. He said, you know what, let's go ahead and write a letter to this bank. They wrote a letter to the bank, and the CEO of the bank actually sent me a letter back, an email back, and also immediately I had $500 in my account. It was pretty amazing because all it did was it was a letter on behalf of an attorney who helped them kind of see the light of day. So letters on your behalf, we do that as well as part of our service. We also take care of our members' last will and testament. That includes their healthcare power of attorneys and their financial power of attorneys. This is so important today. You already know this. After COVID-19, everybody should have their last will and testament done just in case. And so we do take care of that day one. And the average cost, by the way, for a will, and you can go check on this in your own area, but for me, where I live here in Washington, it's at least $1,200 to go get your last will and testament done. And we take care of that for free when somebody's a member. Of course, we do traffic ticket assistance. So imagine paying this $30 a month and you get a traffic ticket. Well, guess what? You send it in. If the law firm's going to review it, if it's defendable, they're going to send an attorney to court and do their best to get it dropped or thrown out or reduced or what have you. I've had a couple speeding tickets in my 20-year membership, but I had one ticket that was defendable. They went to court. They actually sent an attorney to court. I didn't pay a dime, and they got it thrown out. Now I got another ticket that wasn't defendable, and they still gave me great advice and then talked to me about how to negotiate with the prosecutor. So to me, it was so worth my $1 a day just to call an attorney when that happens, especially now that I have teenage and college age drivers in my family. Of course, civil trial defense. I've never been sued. I don't want to. And I hope you've never been sued, but we live in a sue happy society. So if somebody does sue you, guess what? We will provide a certain amount of hours, both pre-trial and trial hours, to protect you in the event of a lawsuit. And that also includes tax audit assistance. So if you get audited by the IRS, or maybe somebody you share this with gets audited by the IRS, then we'll have an attorney there to represent them, okay? And a lot of people say, well, Steve, well, that sounds pretty good so far. I mean, that's what I'm going to be sharing with people, but what if something big comes up, like maybe a child support situation or a contested divorce or a DUI? Well, in those situations, we still will help you in those cases. And what we then do is give you a 25% discount where we're going to save you a whole bunch of money. And you're going to probably need an attorney anyway. So in those cases, you're going to save money by getting our discounted rate. You can see right there, there's a 24/7 emergency protection. What does that mean? If you're ever driving down the road and you're ever pulled over or questioned by a police officer and you're nervous, you can literally hand your cell phone over to the police officer and say, you know what, I've got my attorney on the phone 24 hours, 7 days a week, just in case. And we've seen so many instances in the news where, you know what, if an attorney was on the phone, whatever situation was happening would probably have been resolved a lot easier. So that 24/7 protection is great. And then finally, if you know of anyone who is going through an uncontested divorce, adoption, separation, or name change, we will do that for free. So that's our membership. That's pretty awesome that we do all that for, like I said, $1 a day, normally $300 or $400 an hour. And we're out there protecting families and helping them have access to legal protection. I literally use this legal plan at least half a dozen times a year. I don't use it every month, but things come up, maybe with my college kids or some property issues, or maybe, whatever it may be. It's just great to be able to call an attorney just to know what to do. Now, the entire family's covered for that $29.95. So imagine this, sharing this with somebody, and if they have a big family, they're all covered. And so in my family, I've got a family of 6, myself, my wife, my 3 college kids, and my son still living at home. They're all covered by this legal plan for $29.95, which is pretty amazing. And then, of course, we also have an ID Shield product as well. So the first app that I told you about was our Legal Shield membership. The ID Shield membership goes hand to hand with our legal plan. Some people like to buy both. Some people just like to share just the ID Shield plan. Okay, so you've probably heard of identity theft plans out there like LifeLock, etc. Well, ID Shield, that's our product. It's actually been ranked #1 by Forbes for several years in a row. But we do something very special. Okay, we basically, and by the way, identity theft is the fastest growing crime out there. Every day when we're using our phones and downloading apps and putting our information out there, there are people out there who are stealing that information for nefarious purposes. And so what we do is we protect somebody's identity. Now, I'll tell you right now, the cost for this is very affordable too. It's affordable for the people you share this with. And so a single person would be $19.95, an entire family would be $34.90. So once again, very affordable to protect everybody's identity. And what they do, the first thing they do is they monitor you. So imagine becoming a member and downloading our app, and then they start monitoring everything about you, your credit score, your social security number, your passport, your driver's license, your email, your phone, your date of birth, medical ID, all those things you see listed right there. We start monitoring that to make sure nobody steals your information or uses your information. Okay, I'll give you a good example. I downloaded an app called MyFitnessPal a couple years ago. I wanted to get in shape, and guess what? I downloaded the MyFitnessPal, and then I got notified by ID Shield that MyFitnessPal had been hacked and all the information of their clients had been stolen, and that they had seen my information on the dark web. Now, I don't know anything about the dark web. All I know is I downloaded an app and they lost my information. Well, the good news is annually I get notices from ID Shield because they're constantly watching to see if anyone is using that information that's floating around on the dark web. So many companies out there have had breaches, and that's why it's really good to have that protection. And then, of course, we have privacy and social media reputation. So when somebody gets this app, we also monitor and protect their social media. So let's say that they are using Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, and somebody posts an inappropriate picture or makes a negative comment. We go out there and through our proprietary technology, we're always scanning for potential reputation damaging content. So we're looking for things that might hurt your reputation, and we will help you fix that. Once again, as a dad, I love that because my college kids are out there using social media. I want to protect their reputation and mine as well. And then the most important thing we do when somebody downloads this app is we will fix their identity. We will literally go fix their identity at no cost. There's now it's a $3 million protection plan. I know they recently upped that. They didn't up my slide yet, but also we have licensed private investigators that will do whatever it takes and work as long as it takes to restore your identity. So they literally fix it. So if somebody messes with my identity that was stolen on MyFitnessPal, they will go fix it. I wouldn't know how to do it, but I'm so glad somebody else will do it. And that's an unlimited service guarantee as well. And just like I said, guess what? The individual plan is $19.95. The family plan is $34.95. You can use this with getting credit counseling. I get a lot of people that are like, hey, I just wanted to know how to get my credit score up. I want to know if there's some things, if you were to analyze my credit score through the credit bureau, what can I do to get a better credit score so I can get a loan or what have you? And we have a lot of insurance agents and real estate agents that love this part of our service because they can share our service, and their clients can then add this to get their credit to better. And so we do that as well, along with our legal plan as well. So who's covered under that? Well, in the $19.95, it's a single person. Anyone over 18 can get it. On a family plan, it covers the member and the member spouse and any children up to the age of 18. So I'll give you a good example. My children, when they turned 18, they graduated from high school, but guess what? They graduated from the family ID Shield plan to their own ID Shield plan. So they all have a $19.95 plan, protecting their identity when they're out there, or getting credit cards, getting the student loans, learning how to live life, etc. Okay, so let's talk about one more thing that comes with our membership. And like I said, it's just kind of a bonus. But if you share this with people, and they might be saying, well, okay, this is great, $30 a month, but are there any extra perks? There is something. It's called a member perk. So when people join our membership, we also give them discounts at places they already shop. It's kind of like being a member of AAA. You get discounts at a lot of places if you're a member of AAA. Well, when you're a member of Legal Shield, you get discounts at a lot of places. You can see a bunch right there where you can save a lot of money. And typically our discounted rates through these companies will easily offset anything that you or anyone you share this with uses with the membership, with the Legal Shield membership. So that is our membership. Okay, that is what we do. That's what we go out and share with people. We have a really simple system on how to do it. In fact, I'll just tell you that it's not hard what we do. We actually have already prepared videos and and we have an app that we put on your phone, and all we teach you how to do is how to share this with your community. We literally are taking people who don't know about Legal Shield and showing them Legal Shield, helping them know about it. And we have found that most people, when they really see what we do and understand what we do, they like the membership, they buy the membership, okay? And this system is so simple, and that's what saved me. They taught me a really simple system. They gave me some great tools that helped me share it with my community. They even helped me create a game plan for me and where I live to be able to have some great success from home. I was able to work it around my existing schedule with my job and school at the time, okay? But we do pay really well when you do this. In fact, I'll just show you these 4 ways right here, and then I'll dive into how much we pay. Because you're probably going, okay, Steve, is it worth my time? I mean, really, it sounds pretty good. This membership sounds good. But this is how we pay. We pay you when you enroll a member. When you find somebody who wants our membership and they go to your website, we're going to set up a website for you. When they go to your website, you're going to get paid. I'll show you how much in just a minute. We also give you the opportunity for leveraged income. Let's say you know somebody else who's looking to make some extra income, part-time or full-time, and you share this with them. Guess what? When they decide to join with you, they're going to get paid, right? When they go out there, we're going to teach them the same system. But guess what? Whenever they go out and make a sale, you will get paid at what's called an override, a little bit of a difference for what they when they go out and make a sale. And then, of course, residual income. This is the best, okay? Because here, I've been doing this for 20 years. My first Saturday in the business, I shared a video. I literally shared a video with 4 people. 3 of them bought the membership, and one of them became an associate. And but the 3 that became members that first Saturday, guess what? They still have the membership today. I have been paid on that for the last 20 years every month for work I did one time. So wouldn't that be great to have a business where you share something, and when people purchase it, as long as they keep it, you get paid down the road. And then finally, we have all kinds of training bonuses to help you get started. We want to put money in your pocket right away as a new person to help you have a lot of success. And let me give you an example of how much income you can make part-time or full-time. So part-time, if you were just protecting 4 families a month, just one person a week, you would be making between $300 to $2,200 a month, depending on how involved you get with our company. So wouldn't that be great to make an extra $300 to $2,200 a month for just finding one person a week who might want our legal services? So that's the first way you can get paid. And I'm going to show you our compensation plan in just a second. But the second is if you were to build a team, you were to find other people to want to do this with you. And let's say you had 25 people on your team that were doing the same thing. Everybody's just doing one a week, nothing big. At that point, just because you've leveraged yourself as a team leader, you're going to earn an extra $120,000 per year. So you can make some very good income, part-time or full-time, and really even on a part-time basis, teaching other people how to do this very part-time. I know that's worked for me, and it's worked for countless other people in Legal Shield, okay? And so this is how that works, okay? So this is based on a $64 plan. That's assuming somebody were to purchase a legal plan and an ID Shield plan, and they get them together, and they're paying the $30 and the $34.90 together, so that's $64.90. And let's say somebody you shared this with buys a $64.90 plan. Guess what? We bring all of our new associates in at the associate level. That's where I started 20 years ago, and I got started making $70. So you would get paid $70 when you find one person who wants a $64 plan. And guess what? The more you do, the more we pay you. In fact, if you were to go out and do a little bit of work, we'll move you to the senior associate level. You'll start making $90 a sale. If you start doing a little more work, you'll move to manager, and you'll make $120 a sale. So based on how much you get involved with our company, you can quickly move your personal income up and make some very good income just sharing our membership, okay? Now you're probably going, well, Steve, what do I have to do to move up to the first rank? Well, luckily, it's not that hard. In fact, if you were to find 3 people who want a membership of any kind, and one of them becomes an associate with you, or you find 5 people, you don't bring anyone on to sell it with you, you just sell 5 people a membership, you will move to senior associate. So within 3 to 5 people, you're already at the senior associate level, you've gotten a pay increase, and you see that little $100 bonus, a little bonus on the left there, it says in 20 days. Well, if you do that in your first 20 days, it is now a $200 bonus, not a $100 bonus, a $200 bonus for helping you get started. So imagine if you went out and you found 3 people who got a $64 plan, and you got paid 3 times 70 because you're brand new. So 3 people who get one of those plans, you're going to get $70 each. So that's $210. And then you get a $200 bonus because you did it in your first 20 days. Well, guess what? You'll start making you'll make $410 just starting in our business part-time right out the gate, $400. Okay. And then of course you get paid overrides. That's that column on the right. Remember, we talked about if you built a team of 25 people who were doing one a week, well, guess what? You would get paid a very good override income for as little as $20 to as much as $300, which is all of those combined. We will teach you and coach you how to do that if you have an interest in that. But here's the good news. You do not have to recruit a soul if you don't want to, and you can make a significant income just sharing the membership, just letting people know it exists. When somebody joins, wants to get their wills done or wants to protect their family and they have teenage drivers, or maybe you know a business owner who might want to protect their business. If that's all you did, never recruited anyone, you can still make a six-figure income from home. We also have some awesome trips you can earn. Just this little side note, a caveat to this. We want to let you know that if money's not enough, our company sends hundreds of people every year on an annual trip. We just got back from Puerto Vallarta last summer. We're getting ready to go Jamaica. It's all inclusive, hotel, airfare, food, everything's covered. We do that so you can earn these awesome trips for you and your family, and even earn extra bonus money every month. And we'll teach you and coach you on how to do this as well. And so, as I mentioned, we've gone through 5 areas here. Obviously, I've went through very quickly our company. We've been around for 50 years. We know what we're doing. I've been with the company for 20, so I know what they're doing. Okay. And I've been a stay-at-home dad for 20 years. It's been amazing. I've talked about the need in the marketplace. Honestly, if you just pick up the newspaper or go to the news sites, you will see there's legal situation after legal situation, people dealing with legal stuff everywhere you look. And so there is a need for what we have, and $30 is pretty darn affordable for the average person. And then we have a great product, as I mentioned. Not only is it affordable, but it's really accessible. We have law firms in every state. I can't wait for you to experience the law firm and see how awesome it is and how good it feels to have an attorney there to protect you. And then finally, our compensation. I've kind of shared a little bit about our compensation, how it works. I will tell you, you can get paid very well. Whether you just go out and market our plan, even just one a week, you can get paid very well. You can also develop this into a big full-time income. And the timing with Legal Shield is great. There's only 4.4 million people on our books, which that's a lot, right? But there's 350 million people in the United States. I would venture the guess that you had not even heard of Legal Shield before we reached out to you. That most people I talked to the first time have never heard of Legal Shield. That tells you the opportunity, and that's why we need your help. We're looking for people who can share what we do, follow our system, and let us coach you a little bit and to make some great income, even starting out very part-time or on the side. And so we do encourage you to become an associate with us. Of course, the person who invited you to look at this video is going to follow up with you. And of course, if it's me, I look forward to chatting with you and sharing with you, because we can definitely help you start part-time. You can work from anywhere literally in the world. As long as you have a phone, we're going to teach you how. It's a willable book of business. So everything you do today, you can actually pass down to your children's children. Unlike most people with their current job, you can actually pass this and build a legacy. We also have training classes where we're going to train you. When you join our company, we're going to have you, the first thing we're going to do is give you some training videos to watch, but we're also going to get you on what's called a Zoom class. And if you've never done Zoom, it's just like this. What I'm doing here is actually being recorded through Zoom, but you'll jump onto a class and we will teach you our system and how to do what we do. You're going to get ongoing weekly training. I know that I myself has a team call that we do every week for our team to help everyone be coached and learn how to get better and answer questions, because we want to help you succeed. And then you're going to get aligned with a personal mentor. And I personally look forward to helping mentor you and help you have success. We always say if you're hungry, willing to work, and coachable, you'll do really well. So if you're hungry for success, you're willing to go to work, and you're coachable, willing to learn our system, you can do really well. Now, there is a registration fee you can see right there. Just like if you were to sell insurance or if you were to sell real estate, guess what? You got to get licensed. You got to go through a testing process. luckily with us, there is no testing process, but there is a registration fee to get you set up in your own business, because we do set this up as your own business. It's a 1099 position, so you get to work your own hours, work for yourself, build your own book of business, as you can see. But that one-time registration is $49. So you do need to be go ahead and get registered for $49, and we can show you how to do that. It's a one-time fee, but I just showed you how you can make $410 in your first 20 days just by getting started and finding maybe 3 people who get one of our services. So very quickly, you'll get that $49 back. The only other fee you need to be aware of is, in order to sell and share our services, you also need to be a Legal Shield member. We don't want people to go out and share our services and not own it, not try it. We want you to go experience it and use the law firm. And then, of course, so you need to be a Legal Shield member as well. And then, of course, you can see there's a subscription for a website. Now, what we do at Legal Shield, you can kind of see one of these apps here is on our phone. We have an app we give you. And when you, this app is how we send out information and videos. It allows us to follow up with people, allows us to send information. If you're brand new, you don't have to do what I just went through, this presentation. In fact, you just need to go out and share information from an app we give you, and we give you a website. And so the first 30 days of the website are free. There's no cost for that. But after 30 days, there's a nominal fee to keep the website turned on. Just like if you're to own your own business anywhere else, you need a website. This is the way it is. And you'd probably go to GoDaddy and get it set up. With us, it's very turnkey, but there is a fee of $24.95 to keep it turned on after the first 30 days. But we're always telling people, hey, go kick the tires, go try it out for free, see that it works, see that you can make some great income. Go make $400 in your first 20 days, and you'll see that this is a very sustainable business as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share here. I appreciate you joining me today for just a few minutes to go through who we are, what we do, and what we're looking for. As you can tell, I've had some success with Legal Shield. I started part-time and developed into a full-time income, and we would love to help you do that as well. And so we can definitely help you go full-time if that's what you'd like to do as well. And so either way, we'd love to have you join the team. And so please turn to the person or reach out to the person who invited you and shared you this video, so that we can know where to best help you. Okay, if you're just interested in our membership, that is okay too. We love to protect you and your family and help you. And maybe you want to just try the membership out first to see how it works and call the attorneys and see how our ID Shield product works to protect you. But we would love mostly to help you make some great income. That's why we reached out to you, and we'd love to show you how to do that and really just get ahead. I'd love to help you get ahead financially, even if it's on a very part-time or on the side basis. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Steve Hoisington. I look forward to meeting you in person down the road soon, and have a great day.